Hello friends and welcome. You are watching episode number 3 of our early alpha oxygen not included Gasping Rock Let's Play. My name is Sean and I'm glad that you're here this afternoon watching me play some video games. When we left off, we were busy trying to just basically get things going, I guess. We're working on research. That's kind of our main priority right now. We want to research through as much as we can. And then once we get some good research done, we will I guess focus on expansion. Yeah, I mean we're just starting our colony out, so we've got a lot of work to do. Do we have any amazing dupes to choose from? I don't think so. This one does have diver's lung, which is great, but nothing else is any good. Also incapable of digging, so nope. Reject all. That's right. I don't really want to bring too many on right now. Maybe later we'll bump up our numbers. Now, one thing we aren't to the point yet, but I learned a really important piece of information today. So if you're playing Oxygen Not Included at home, you really should watch. There's a Sky Storm video. Sky Storm is a Let's Play guy. He's pretty popular, so you've probably heard of him. He's good. I really enjoy his channel. He's the person who turned me on to Software Incorporated. Anyway, Sky Storm figured out that there's a major flaw in the oxidizer or electrolyzer. Basically, when you run a water pump, it pumps. I don't know what it is exactly, but let's say it pumps 10K of water with each little bubble that it pumps. And then when that goes into the electrolyzer uses 1K of water at a time, but it actually takes all 10K of water in with that pump and only gives you 1K's worth of oxygen. And then it takes 10K again on the next pump. So you lose 90% of the water that you send through there. Same thing with the valves. You can set your valve to only allow 1K of water through, but it will take 10K in and only send 1K out, so you lose that 9K of water. It just disappears. So I think in our last colony, our problem was that we were running out of air. I don't think we were running out of water quite yet. I don't remember how our last colony ended. It was kind of a mess at the end there. But in the colony that I was running offline, for sure, I ran into the problem where like all of our water just disappeared, and I didn't understand why. And that's why. Because it just gets magically lost when you do that. So definitely something we're going to avoid on this playthrough. And like I said, if you're playing this game, watch that video because it's going to take several hours before we get to the point where we're generating oxygen from an oxidizer. The same thing happens with the hydrogen pump. You pump in 10K of hydrogen and it only uses 1K at a time, and the other 9 just disappears. So that was something that I was real curious about, that our hydrogen never seemed to last. And I never really understood why it was we were burning through it so fast, and that's why. You know, I know there's no way Sky watches this video or anything, but just sending it out there. Thank you, Sky. You have saved me and certainly a lot of other people playing this game some real headaches as we run into those problems later on. So I just wanted to pass that along to everybody. I don't know why it's showing us all these tips. Unless there was like an upgrade or something. Maybe those tips were all just sitting there and I never closed them from the very beginning. But for now, like I said, focusing on research. Probably might need to start turning mud into mush bars again. But for now, we're gonna keep this going. I noticed that there's a lot of our CO2 is piling up in here and not really making it down here where the plants can use it. So I'm going to dig those holes and try to get that CO2 down there. I'm actually going to open that door up because right now we just have a bunch of nice oxygen trapped in here, and you know, we could use that inside of our main base, because our main base doesn't really have. Let's get that thing going again. I feel like we just turned it off. We have a reasonable amount of algae. This is a good breathable area in here. So, I guess we could open that up because I do want to get to that algae. Let's go about it from this direction. I'll do it like that. because there's some copper too, right? And we could definitely use that copper. We'll need it. I'm going to prioritize this down here so we actually start focusing on these things. I don't really mean to prioritize the I didn't mean to prioritize the thing there. And I shouldn't unprioritize stuff like our power supply. And actually we should set that as a higher hauling priority too, so we get that food inside of the refrigerator. Now, I still don't know whether food quality has an effect, like if it gets stale or anything like that. Let's make up some mush bars, because we're going to need those. Alright, so now the CO2, great, CO2 will fall down here and feed our plants, and the oxygen will rise up here and allow our dupes to breathe. And I guess we can tear down that as well. Actually, we should replace it with tiles, since we're thinking about making that kind of the edge of our base. What do we have up here? A lot of contaminated oxygen, I guess. We could build a filter. Do we have the filters yet? Oh, we can. Great, let's just throw one there. That'll help out. And maybe, do we have the, well, we don't have the electrolyzer. I think that's what we're studying, we're researching toward, right? Is, great, yeah, combustion, and then I guess we'll have to do percolation to get the electrolyzer, and then we'll be able to, well, we'll need the air filter as well, the gas filter, so we'll have to get advanced filtration. And then we'll be able to set up our oxygen processing plant. So basically what you have to do to get the, in Sky's video he was showing what you have to do to get the oxygen to work properly is you have to set up a pipe going out that has like 4 things leading back in to drip back into here. So it'll cut it from 1K to 500, or from 10K to 5K, and then from 5K to 2.5, then from 2.5 to 1.25, and then from 1.25 to 0.675, and then that 0.675 will make its way around and go into the electrolyzer, and you'll be all right. Otherwise, you're just going to be having water disappear. So, pretty major flaw, and I would imagine now that it's kind of been figured out, the folks at Klei Entertainment will get it fixed up. So, how we lost all of our battery power. I've got that set as a high priority. Oh, probably the algae deoxidizer running all night long. And these guys are not going to be getting much work done since they're busy hauling for the most part, and making food and researching. But we need to get that research done before we, like, you know, digging this out and building that wall and everything. It's not really that important, considering all the other plans that we have that can't be done until we get the research set up. I know a lot of people will just run their electrolyzer in their thing and then have the hydrogen generation set up at the top of their base. That would actually save us on the pumps and filters. I don't know. We do have to have a pump going to get the to filter out the hydrogen, to not filter it out, but separate it down, right? We're gonna have to have a pump pushing it into the hydrogen thing anyways. So yeah, I think I'm still gonna do a separate room for it. We're gonna need a lot of power, but then if we get that hydrogen thing to work properly, we should have a lot more power coming in from the hydrogen generator. It always seemed like that thing was producing way less power than it should. Hopefully this new setup will allow it to work better. So we must just be waiting on the early quality research. Yep, I guess so. Okay, well that freed up whoever that is running around to get some other work done. Alright, gonna start digging out, get some more algae. We've still got lots of algae, but Good oxygen in there, not so good oxygen up there. I guess what we could do also is set some gas permeable tiles so the air will flow a little more consistently throughout our base. Now someone was telling me that those are have a bad decor, but it looks like they have the same decor as regular tiles. So I think they only have a bad decor compared to like mesh tiles, which I think mesh tiles have a high decor. Still need to make more mesh bars. And we probably should get more of these plant things planted. Looks like we've completed our research. Still no stress, which is really nice. Research. Alright, so we're going to go percolation and then advanced filtration, and then we will be done with all of our research. So if we're going to make kind of this area our cistern, kind of nice to turn this area into our oxygen and hydrogen generation area. Maybe we'll do that up here, since this is kind of already dug out. We just run some pumps up through here, or some pipes up through there. Let's not give them too many instructions. Let's let them catch up on what they're working on, rather than overloading them with new things to worry about. I'm going to go ahead and shut this door now, since it seems to be kind of accumulating a bunch of oxygen. I don't want it on closed though, I want it on auto, so that way we can go in and out of there. And now, is that, okay, I want to see what the little dirt clod is. There you go, that's contaminated dirt, right? Do I have a, this should be the thing set up for contaminated dirt. No, it's what's set up for filtration medium. There's where our contaminated dirt is going into there. So, you know, I probably should have put this over there instead. And I think we can get rid of that one at this point, because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of contaminated oxygen up there. And if we put it here, that will help clear things out. Seems like these three are the only ones that are growing. All the rest of them don't seem to be growing very well. Gonna go ahead and put up a few more paintings. Make the place look a little nicer. Still no stress. I think I just said that, but it bears repeating. It's very nice to have stress-free dupes. They can just enjoy their time here. Poor Eliza, just running on the wheel all day long. Good exercise, I guess. Yeah, we do have research set up. Yeah, that's right. Oh, look at that. 10,000 calories worth of food. Fantastic. Let's clear that out. We don't need to make any more mush bars. Alright, let's see if we're going to get a super dupe. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Reject all. So long. Maybe next time. Airflow should be pretty steady throughout. I would kind of like to get that oxygen out of there. We could always set up our hydrogen stuff over here too, because I mean that's pretty well set aside. I still think this side is the way to go, and then this side, although we do have that giant hydrogen pocket right there, it would be nice to take advantage of. So you know what? Let's do it. Let's make this side the hydrogen generation side. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get all that hydrogen down into here, because I'm definitely not going to put the hydrogen pump like all the way up there. Seems pretty wasteful. On the other hand, what is the downside of? I mean, I'd have to build it up there, so the downside would be having to get all the way up there, right? instead of just like setting it up in here. So I think we're going to set it up in here, and we'll set the oxygen in here, and then the hydrogen in here. So that means we're going to want to have a ladder. Well, first we're going to want to have tiles going like that, and then we'll put regular tiles like right there. And actually, let's leave spaces so we can mine all this out. But yeah, we'll put tiles there and there, and then we'll mine that out. And we'll put tiles down here. And then that'll go like that. And then we're going to need to have a ladder. Yep, ladder going up to here. And then tiles there. And then we'll put the air pump right in there. Or the gas pump? I don't know, whatever they call it. Dig that out. Alright, that's going to be cool. So we're going to need power running like along there. And then down along, whoops, down along this wall. And along the floor here, I guess. Yeah, because that'll go to the electrolyzer. We're going to need water. We're going to need to dig down there where the pump will go. Put a ladder in, like right there. Dig along. Guess one more. With the ladder right there. And we're going to want to dig that floor out so it can flow down into there, the lowest point. And that should keep them busy for a while. They haven't even gotten over here to dig all this stuff. Wasn't I talking about not setting up too many tasks for them? They aren't even getting these things planted. Let's prioritize getting those plants planted. No, nothing's going to grow if they don't get those seeds planted. That's better. 1% stress. Oh no. Eliza is tired of running on that wheel all day long, I think. Looks so sloppy with the mix of rock and tile. Uh-oh. Why was that plant not working properly? Dunno. And we're going to need to have... Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to need to have the air pipe running in a really weird manner to get it to be able to pump out most of the air before it gets to pump out most of the hydrogen before it gets to our hydrogen pump or hydrogen generator. Temperature all seems pretty reasonable in here. Oh yeah, everything's nice and cool. Is it the air pressure or something? Oh duh. No, plenty of air pressure. Weird. Shame all the CO2 is getting down there where the water is. But you know, I guess what are you gonna do? It's got to go somewhere. Cut these down. Harvest. Base is looking pretty good. Looking good. Wait, that's not right. Looks good. Well, Conan reference from like what 7 years ago or something when Captain America, the first Captain America movie came out. Kept playing a clip of some guy from Entertainment Tonight saying, "Looks good." I think they showed clips of like the old 1980s NBC Captain America series that was like super cheesy. Good stuff. I like Conan. It's funny. If you like I like pretty dumb humor, so you know it's always fun to watch some dumb humor. These dupes keeping themselves pretty busy. I think it's all the research that I've got going on that's keeping them from getting any work done. But you know, I guess what the only work that really needs to be done involves the involves the results of their research. So no point in worrying about it. We don't have a lot of contaminated oxygen getting around, but we have some. Oh, we do have some stress getting around too. And that is Eliza. She's probably tired of running all the time. Let's give her some time on the massage table, and that will cheer her up a little bit, I think. And I can't really put any electricity. Can't really reduce our electricity use. I mean, I could probably turn off the oxidizer for a day or two because we have pretty good air pressure all around, and we are running low on algae. So let's go ahead and disable that. We're going to need to get some of that algae out of here pretty quick. How's our research coming along? No, we are looking at percolation. Oh, we've researched percolation. Fantastic. We have our, basically we have all the stuff that we're going to need. So things are going pretty good, I must say. Just need to get those air filters. We have a water purifier, not that we need it, but we have one. So we need those air filters, and then we just need to get all that digging done, and we'll be ready to go. They're doing most of the work over here, which is definitely important, don't get me wrong. It's just not as important as everything else that they need to do. Gonna need to build a ladder to get some of the work done on that wall. Rasta is researching away up there. Oh, you can hear the little computer. Eliza, or Smith is just up and down that ladder. Running errands. There's no end to the number of errands that need to be done. How are we doing on time? 22 minutes, huh? I was kind of hoping we might actually get something done in this episode, but I mean, we did. We got most of the research that we need done, didn't we? About halfway to our final research project. And then they can stop spending all their time on the computer and start spending some time doing actual work. Sounds like the story of my life. Except for the part where I actually stopped spending all my time on the computer. But there's always recommendations that happen. I don't know if it counts that most of my work usually involves being on a computer, so. Well, this mealwood is almost grown. Smith just leveled up for something. How's our air looking? See, we're already breathing up all that oxygen after turning off our algae deoxidizer. Could use a good dupe option, or you know what I mean, like a decent option from the duplicator game, if you're listening. Slow progress on our oxygen chamber over here. It's going to be nice to have all that hydrogen to take advantage of. I'm not certain how we're going to get it over here, though. I guess another pump. We just pump it all in. Which means I probably could have built it over here, but too late. I've already got this all established on this side. Kind of a weird spot for the airlock to get in and deal with this, because that's going to just let the hydrogen into our base. So I might have to wall this off and put the airlock down here, which means probably be better off to have a ladder going like that on this side. Oh, look at that. Bunch of harvesting to be done. All right, well, I think this is a good spot to put in a cut. I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. I'm excited about the potential. We'll have good oxygen generation going on here before too long, and then we can start doing some exploring and maybe consider bringing in a couple more dupes, depending on what they have to offer. If you've enjoyed this episode, leave me a comment. I always want to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all my subscribers and anyone who watches, whether you're subscribed or not. Like the video if you want to do that. That's good for making the channel grow. And I will see you next time. Bye.